Hey guys, this is a video I've been excited to bring you for quite some time. A good friend of mine recently moved into a warehouse, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to utilize all of the RickBlenders we had acquired recently. It's kind of a late 80s, early 90s warehouse, and it needed some circulation, and we needed a cool RickBlender install, and it's the match made in heaven. We've also thrown in a few other blenders here. It looks amazing. Rick is here. He's going to do the video with me. Metal, Pete, Andy, and Stuart also helped. We will come back and do a video with everybody. But for today, we'll do a first initial tour and demonstration with Rick and myself. So, Rick, what do you want to say when we're starting here?
I believe I was told the building was built in 1990, so that's about right. Yeah, this is possibly one of the biggest mass installs of blenders that I've seen in person. Big thank you to Metal, Pete, and Stuart. Between the three of us, we probably did most of the work.
You're not giving Andy any credit, huh?
No, Andy did too. I guess I'm saying in terms of actually being up on the lift. And
yeah.
Pat's outside help too, but for the most part, like I think Metal, Pete did probably a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is a really cool install. I think it evokes all kinds of childhood memories for pretty much everybody involved here. So really cool.
Yeah, we tried to kind of mimic a lot of our childhood blender installs, whether in warehouses, car garages, similar places. In terms of Rick saying it being one of the largest blender installs, I think the only currently remaining blender install we know of that's larger would be the Farm and Fleets that have blenders. For reference sake, blender is the collector term for Emerson heat fans, which was the heat reclamation series of fans, commercial industrial ceiling fans by Emerson, designed for bringing heat closer to the ground, but also great for cooling. So we have a total of what? Is it 14 fans total?
14 total. There are 6 in this room and 8 in that room.
And 10 of them are RickBlenders, 11 if you include a RickBlender with the stepped flywheel, and then 1 Dan and Pete blender and 2 Church blenders, correct?
Yes. Yep, that's spot on.
Okay.
And we kind of like it. Part of it was out of necessity, part of it was out of just liking the concept of it, of having some that were mixed in they're all blenders in some form, but we've all seen installs where there were RickBlenders and one had the stepped flywheel or one was a 3-blade or something like that, so that was kind of, I think, what we were going for.
I will say it was particularly cool that originally I think we'd planned for 10 total, and my friend had said, well, how about some more coverage? And in hindsight, he may have meant to spread them out differently, but I just heard more and we just upped the number of fans, and I don't think anybody's disappointed.
No, it was a lot of work, but the results will speak for themselves.
So we'll show, I guess we can show the controls now. They will be labeled and stuff when we come back, but here's the controls. 6 controls total. Why don't you go ahead and demo them, Rick? How do you want to do that?
I'd say, well, why don't we go section by section, starting them on low.
Okay.
So, like, for instance...
You want to start in here or in there?
Let's start in here. The very first control, I'm going to go right to left. The very first one, we actually opted to put the 3-blade Dan and Pete blender on its own. It's kind of by itself, and it's a different fan, so let's put that one on low.
Yeah, my friend sometimes parks one of his vehicles under this.
So, yeah, it made sense to have.
Good location.
One thing you'll notice right away is these fans are really pretty darn quiet, especially
yeah, no solid state noise. Yeah.
Alright, so the next one should be the 2 that are over the garage door.
No, the next is the 3 in the center.
Yeah, center ones. So there are those 3.
Center cluster.
Yes.
So if you haven't noticed, this is one warehouse split up with a half wall into 2 rooms. Rick is calling them the shop and the staging area, maybe?
I don't know where that was, just what made me think of, like, preparing stuff, with the extra lighting.
Yeah, we'll find out what the labels end up being, but yes.
So there's the center one on low. Then the next one should be the wall ones on low. One of them is a tad stiff, so we had to set the trim pot just to skid that, but just for the time being, it is effective. And then the last one for this one should be the two over the garage door.
We deliberately did the two kludgiest or dirtiest ones. I mean, we've cleaned them up thoroughly, but the two in the worst shape over the garage door there.
Right, and that just kind of makes sense because in a lot of instances,
I'm gonna give you this to hold for a second. I'm just gonna go get my.
A lot of the time, the ones over the door would probably get the filthiest just from like exhaust and just cars coming in and out and that. So.
Every man, woman, child in America enjoys a tasty beverage. You can continue to be the cameraman for as long as you like, or pass it back, whatever.
Okay. Why don't I do like one walk by of them all on low, and then we'll start bumping them to high.
I think maybe you should do one walk by of them all on low.
That's a very original idea.
Move them up.
Another one we thought was really neat is the one that's right by the skylight there. I know it is nighttime currently, but
I believe our next video will be during the day.
So you do get a decent amount of daylight coming in there, so that's pretty cool.
It definitely gives like old warehouse / heist movie vibes having a fan right under the skylight.
And this was a ex-organ shop one right here.
Yep, that's the one from the organ shop.
Okay. All right, now let's. So here's our controls.
That one here from the organ shop. This one over here, I don't know where it came from, but that's the one with the step flywheel that Pete had in the enclosure for the longest. There's the two really nice ones, including the one over the door to the offices, came out of the church, and then the rest of them came out either that theater in California, thank you again, Cali Slim, or a warehouse in Indiana somewhere.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to start bringing them up on the variable. So we'll start with the 3-blade. And obviously being solid state, you can get anything from that low all the way up to high.
Yeah. Well, do me a favor and stop when they're all pointing straight up. I do like a good pointing straight up speed.
Okay, we can do that. And I'm just going to start bringing the rest of the ones in here to that side.
Yeah, we'll let Metal Pete when he comes.
Yeah, I'm sure Pete will have
every
a more metal way of doing this, but.
Oh yeah. Well, the speeds, you gotta show medium, low.
Back up, but you need a backed off high. It's actually pretty darn consistent. I'll go with that.
Yeah, and that's actually that's a nice gentle breeze. Like if I was working in here and I didn't want them blasting because there's so many fans per square foot, this is actually perfect. Although there's a couple that are protesting.
Yeah, it seems like canopy rattle has been a battle on these.
Yeah, that one has never made noise before, and it's decided to make its debut song on the video, but if we need to, we'll tweak things.
Okay, well this is also probably the wobbliest part of it, so okay, so then we're going to bump these all up to high.
I think you should bump them up to high.
And that should be...
What I'm thinking is we can do spin down for this side, and then do that side and do spin down, and then we can do a 0 to high and do a mass spin down.
Yeah, we can do that.
And we can also show a few different lighting settings as well.
Yeah, we do have some lighting options. As you can see, the our favorite is the single bulb T8 fluorescents that were included with the building. The building owner, or the building lessee, currently has some LED shop lights up as well. So that gives a very different effect. And then if you saw earlier, there are some old school HIDs in the
I would call these high bays and not shop lights. They're much brighter.
They're
white.
They're LED thingies.
Yeah, they're not very. As practical work light, they're great.
Yeah, no, it is good working light. I'm not arguing that. Yeah, the one that was rattling smoothed out, I think, now.
Yeah.
It's just at the medium range.
We're putting in a lot of work in terms of tweaking and getting them to all run at peak performance and no rattle, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we want to try to do all 4 of these together?
Yeah, I mean, or I can kill the breaker.
Oh yeah, why don't we just do that? That'd probably be easier. Okay, I'm gonna just try to get a general. Yeah, yeah, that does happen on a couple spots. Yep, right there.
Yeah, go ahead. I get as many of them as I can. It's not a perfect shot, but. Yeah, for whatever reason, the two over there have been the most issue with the rattling. I'm not sure if it's just maybe some of the air bouncing off the wall we think could be part of it, but.
So that one has always stopped first, but it's a little better now than it was.
Right, yeah, so that one definitely.
Still very stiff.
Yeah, that one's like I was saying, that one we had to bump the trim pot up just a skidge higher than we normally would, just so that one will start. But it happens. The rest of them I can, no, that one's. The rest of them are gonna be pretty similar, I think. I actually got them all.
Yeah, it'd be hard pressed to say how this could have turned out better.
Yeah, no, it's pretty darn cool.
Other than us adding a bunch of vintage lighting while we were up there, because the T8s aren't that vintage, and we could have added some vintage high bays or some pre-heats or something. But other than that, I think this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
And like I said, we will do a part 2 to this video that will for sure have metal and hopefully.
So it's going to be either the Dan and Pete blender or that first 4 blade there.
Dan and Pete's one's got some. Yeah, it's this first 4 blade.
So that one's first, and that's probably going to be second. Yep, Dan and Pete blender, then it looks like probably that 4 blade right there. Once again, it's funny how the cruddiest ones often like run the best.
Yeah?
That happens a lot, it seems like.
Dan and Pete one stopped, I'm not sure if you got that.
Yeah, no, I already got that. I got that one already.
Should I turn these controls off, or?
Well, probably do 0 to. Are we doing a mass 0 to high, or?
Yeah, I figured we'd do a mass 0.
Okay, yeah, then shut.
Don't have to, but.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Shut those ones off, and then we'll do the same thing for the other side. And looks like the last one is front left there. Yep, that is the last one to stop. Oh, cool. Okay.
Why don't I take it, and then because you'll be in here with the controls, and then if you want to do more camera work, because your camera work is excellent, you can take it back from me once you're done with the controls.
Sure.
But what are you going to start first?
So let's why don't we start with the wall first? So this side is just 2 circuits. The first one being
the wall one. So I should go over here.
The wall ones are the ones that are closest to. Like,
Nope, the half wall. Yeah, there's a 3 in a row there on one control.
And then the other 3 are those 2 between the high bays and the door one, which might be right there. So okay, let's start. So it'll be below.
For reasons, the one with the steps flywheel is slower than the other 2, which I think is probably a motor difference, but could also be just a use difference.
Yeah, this is again another one where we had to bump up a little so that we can start.
Yeah. Let me know when you get to the halfway, or not so much halfway as straight up and down.
Well, next one's going to be the we do low on
Oh yeah, good point. Let me go to a point where I can see.
Yeah, okay, so then the next 3 are going to be the 2 by the high base and the door one. So very late model church blenders too. Those are like 1980.
89.
Out of that weird run. It seems like there might have been either they were made concurrently with the Stratojet or there was some weird run toward the end of the 80s to use up parts.
So yeah, either most of the RickBlenders are 78. Is there a 70? Then this one over.
Right, that one's a 79.
79.
I think almost every other one is 78, and then these 2 are 89.
The 2 with the stepped flywheels are 80, right? The Dan and Pete blender, and then the Rick blender with the stepped flywheel, and then 89. So yeah, we have 78, 79, 80, and 89.
Yeah.
And then the building was built in 1990.
So these are honestly about period correct, really.
The two here are period correct, absolutely.
Okay, all right, now I'm gonna go for the halfway setting.
I think you should go for the halfway setting. Yeah, the one over the door is definitely, the air curtain is definitely one of my, I thought it should be on a factory down rod. I was outvoted, and I admit when I'm wrong. The very rare occasion that it happens.
I think we were almost unanimous on that one.
Yeah, everybody else wanted that one in the longer down rod.
I just think it helps it stand out. It looks more like an air curtain.
It does.
So, okay, so there's your kind of like background.
That's not a backed up height, that's a solid medium.
I'm sure there's a rack. All right, and then here it is straight back all
Yeah. Well, unless you don't want to be the cameraman again, I'll give you the camera now.
Sure, yeah, I'll do another walk by on them all so it shows a little better.
And
Yeah, that.
you do a walk by on high or spinning down?
I think I did them on high as well. I can't remember, but just so everyone can.
No reason it can't be both. You want to show your Dominion?
Yeah, I will show that. Let's get over there. This, like I was saying, this one I think might be my favorite overall.
Yeah.
And since this side of the building isn't air conditioned as well, I have a late 50s Dominion box fan that I brought just to help with that, and it's been doing a great job. But
Let me know when you're ready and I'll kill.
all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd say go ahead. Let's do spin down.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn them all to high. We can do a mass, 0 to high. I'm also going to turn the HIDs on.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you object.
No, that's fine with me.
We'll do a 0 to high with HID startup.
Oh yeah, no, I got all of them at one shot. There we go.
And we can show the various lighting combinations of...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You do have a lot of lighting options in here.
There's 9 lighting combinations, right?
Okay, so the step flywheel one stopped very quickly.
Interesting.
So that one might need to break in a little.
There's
That one's done already. Okay, so then we got the rest of these.
and 9 is my math correct? Because you got 1 of each. You've got fluorescent and HID. That's 4. You've got fluorescent and LED. That's 5. There's only 6. And then you've got HID.
Second one stopped there.
It's too tired.
It is. Yeah, I can't process this right now.
There's 3 of each one individually. Then there's fluorescent and HID. That's 4. Fluorescent and LED. That's 5.
HID.
and LED. That's 6.
So yeah, I think 6.
And then all 3. That's
Or
7.
everything 7.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm missing something, but it just might be sleep.
Yeah.
I was thinking about killing the fluorescent, but then we wouldn't be able to see the 0 to high.
Yeah, no, I think we need them on at least for that because the HIDs are gonna take a minute to. I'm sure Pete will show us.
Oh, I bet you with Metal Pete's here, we'll get a very thorough demonstration of the HIDs.
And looks like the air curtain one's next.
Yep.
And
the
back corner, yeah.
blenders are.
And and these 2 are gonna be last.
Those plastic blades are, I think, heavier, even though there's 3 instead of 4.
Right. Right one stopped first by a tiny margin, but yeah. All right, and then
Either stand by the bay door and you can get every single
oh
thing in the
right.
shot.
Okay, yeah, there is one place that you can
And then
stand.
at some point you'll want to come here, work your way back here so we can see the HID start up, and then we'll do
Okay, yeah, if you stand right here, you can pretty much get them all.
let me know when you're ready.
Hold on just a second. Yeah, looks good. Go ahead.
Boom goes the dynamite. Can you see the HIDs too?
Yeah, actually, yes, you can.
You should get a photo from that angle if you didn't already.
Oh, definitely did already.
By the way, we'll probably talk about this in the more metal video. I don't know if the lift has been seen in any shots yet. The lift might be the most metal thing.
Yeah, that lift.
Next to drums.
That lift has made this not a nightmare, because I mean,
yeah,
if we had,
it would still be.
I don't think.
What we'd be doing if we were doing it all with ladders.
If we were doing it all with ladders, I don't think we would have been putting up as many fans, to be honest with you.
That's probably true.
Like, we would have just spaced them out less, you know, make them a little more sparse and just.
Why don't you come here and show the rest of the HIDs that are up close, and then at some point we'll do spin down. We'll give it some time because of what goes to the full brightness first. And I guess while that's happening, we can show. Well, no, because those aren't full brightness yet.
Yeah, no, we're still working up. Yeah, it's funny, they look really blue on camera right now. Like almost teal, like kind of mercury vapor almost color.
So I post footage of us doing the work that's sped up. If you want to see the non-sped up version, you have to subscribe on Patreon, which is, you know, right now still a very small number of people, mostly Rick. And I just uploaded that I haven't, it's not public yet, the first day of footage, and the thumbnail is like Stuart's face right close to the camera, and it's beautiful. Not his face, but just the absurdity of it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just telling you that so you have something to look forward to. It's just mullet right in your face.
Yeah, I know Stuart helped a lot on this. He did. And honestly, Andy did a lot more work than I give him credit for, because he built all of those, like, all the hardware was ready for us because he did that.
So these HIDs are obscenely bright. I'm sure Pete can talk about them at great length.
Yeah, Pete, I'm sure Pete can give you better detail. What I can tell you is they're from 2004 and they're 1,000 watt each, and they are very, very bright. As you can see, it washes out the fans quite a bit. So the fluorescent's off now, and even then it's like insanely bright. It's like a stadium.
Show the other side.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it actually looks brighter on camera, I think, but the fans certainly look cool from this angle.
Let me know when you're ready to spin down.
Let me go over here just so we can get them. Oh no, leave the fluorescents off.
Leave them off?
Yeah, I was gonna show them the HID.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool.
You'll want them on to spin down though, so I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah. So you can turn the fluorescents back on, and it will spin down whenever you're ready.
Back on.
Yep, we're in frame.
The breaker just says big lights for those HIDs. What speed would you have these on if not high?
I actually really like the medium setting, to be honest with you.
Straight up?
Yeah.
I'm going to adjust them all to that then. And then we'll put them back on and we'll show the remaining light.
Light, yeah, I got a couple other light options. So I think the first overall is already that stepped flywheel, actually.
Yeah.
That one, yeah, that's.
I remember that one being that stiff, but I
And then the other one on the wall, that one, I figured that one was gonna stop first.
This is a great angle.
This one's even better. You can see them all.
Yeah.
Like from there, you can't really see the.
One looks really cool from here.
You can't see the 3-blade one too well from there. That was why I like this corner better.
Oh, from where I'm standing?
The Dan blender.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
no,
corner.
I know what you meant. Yeah, no, I'm inserting myself where you are when I say that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start plugging in these LED high bays. They're on motion sensors, so they won't kick on right away. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what is the whole batch. I'm guessing it'll still be the church blenders, but.
Yeah. I'm wondering what the last RickBlender will be. I have a suspicion. We'll see if it's correct.
Yeah. Other than the lighting, if you had unlimited resources and access to every fan ever made, what would you change about this install?
Can't really think of anything.
Not too much.
Nope. Okay, yeah, so there's the LEDs. And so far, I think my suspicion was right, actually. No, both church blenders stopped.
Yeah.
And it's that one, it's that left one right, or well, it's right from this angle, but that one seems to be the best one. Oh, that one's still going too, I think, by a little bit. Oh no, technically, by a very, like maybe a second.
Who's here?
This one right here. It's the last one. So.
Okay, well, come over here. Let's see. You didn't show the starter up close. We're over there. Let's show the starter up close. I'll kill the.
Way to go.
Should I kill the LEDs again or leave them on?
Let me just show that we didn't show the LEDs on this side really. So this is the LED plus fluorescent. LED only. I
honestly don't really notice the fluorescence much with the LEDs unless you're. It lights up the ceiling is really all it does.
Yeah, it looks. These are a little more direct, but it's funny because when you, at least on camera, it doesn't look that different.
Honestly, and as much as I am not a fan of LED high base and the fluorescents look more vintage, the fan install looks just as cool with the.
Yeah, it does. The fan install's fine.
The fans look great with the.
Okay, so are we firing up the HIDs then?
Yeah. Should I turn the LEDs off or leave them on?
I would shut them off so we can see it better.
Okay, LEDs off.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
High base.
We got all three of them, kind of.
I wonder if they've been not cooled down for long enough.
I hear something.
I hear them.
They're trying. I wonder if they have to. I know metal halides are kind of finicky.
I thought that would have been enough time for them to, restrike, but I'm not a metal halide. Alas, I'm not even metal. I'm the only one who's truly metal. And he won't be here till next week.
Yeah, I don't think we gave him enough cool down time. I wonder if that's
well, then let's show whatever else we were going to show while those wait to restrike. I guess just the we've showed just LEDs. We showed fluorescent and LEDs.
We haven't showed everything. I don't.
Yeah, we gotta wait for them to restrike that.
Right.
He's back in.
Yeah, there's the LEDs.
I'm gonna turn down when everyone is creaking.
Yeah, you know which one it is. I think it's our spin down champ actually. Just for the record, I had those silent before we had the video going, so I don't know what's.
It was the one against the wall.
Yeah, of course it was. Those ones have been doing that.
Yeah, those have been giving us no end of.
Okay, so that's a really cool shadow from the. Yeah.
Get some photos.
Yeah, I actually did not get any pictures of that yet. Okay, these are taking a while to.
I don't hear them anymore either.
They stopped making noise. Yeah. Oh no, they're doing something now.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of them is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know enough about the restrike tendencies.
Yeah, no, like.
Of halides. I know less about halides than I knew about mercury, and I know.
All I know is halides are very finicky. Like they're a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
In terms.
They take a lot more effort, we'll say, to start.
Right. And I think it has something to do with that. There's a lot of different gases or whatever you want to call it that are in those tubes versus it's not just like one thing because they're trying to get a nice like white light. They're starting to do something.
The creaky one is still creaking.
Did you turn it off or low?
Low.
Oh, I just turned it off. That one's.
Yeah, that one's. They've all got a little fan.
They've all got like a little like. I don't know what happened. That one was silent before the video.
Yeah, I mean, the act of filming something changes the thing which you are filming. Or the act of recording, rather. Like any musician will tell you they can play it, whatever it is that they're about to record perfectly, and then once that red light starts rolling,
then it
you
just
can't play it
falls
anymore.
apart. Yeah, it's peculiar that it's not. I haven't seen these do this yet. Usually it'll do that for like maybe a second or two when it first starts. But
again, I thought we had enough restrike time, but I am not.
I hear the solid state a little bit more now. I'm gonna shut off that one. That's driving me nuts.
Creaky
Shoot, did I not turn off the right one? I don't know why that just got like way worse.
Yeah, you thought you shut it off.
I did. No, it's still spinning down. It's just spinning as it.
Well,
it doesn't really sound like it. Maybe I shut off the wrong one. Oh, I did. Whoops.
You did the wrong control.
Yeah, I flipped the wrong one.
That's what happens when you don't label.
I know. No, I'm not. I want to label them, but I also would like to get sleep. Okay, I don't know what's going on with these now.
We usually give it enough restrictor time, but I thought that would have been enough. Sodium, I know, is the fastest, and mercury, I guess, must not be nearly as picky.
Still think that's pretty cool. And the little. Let's show the other speed on this. It's on low right now. I hear a little something now. I wonder if we're getting somewhere now.
Looks the same, but yeah.
Like I hear something though that I was not hearing before.
What is this supposed?
I definitely hear the solid state hum now that there's less outside noise, but it's still.
Screw with the ones that are creeping and just see.
See if there's a speed that doesn't creep, maybe.
I'm gonna try going to high first. High's fine. Try going all the way low.
I almost wonder about shutting them off entirely for.
I thought low was gonna be. Talking about the lights?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought about that too.
But I mean, they're not.
That's better, makes it better or worse. Okay.
Shut them off. Just leave them off for a second.
Well, here's a thought. If we're gonna wait for these,
Mm-hmm.
you wanna take the lift up there and look at Mr. Creaky on camera?
I can.
Show the lift?
Yeah, the lift's pretty metal.
That's true. If you want to see behind the scenes footage, we'll have the sped up version, but. You want me to leave it on or off? So you can kill it with the pull chain.
Yeah, I'd say just leave it on.
I'll leave it on medium, the creaking speed.
Yeah.
We just can't win with that back row, can we? Look at this addition. Look at this bonus behind-the-scenes content you're able to see with no additional charge. Well, that one seems silent now.
Seems like it's a losing battle. It's like you adjust it and it wobbles enough and it loosens it up.
Well, let me put them to high and then back down and just see if that shakes anything back loose. If you know what I mean.
think we got it down pat for high because they're both awfully quiet on high. You know what else would help is if they weren't wobbling so much too. Wobbling's not helping.
They're not wobbling bad though.
Well, I can see from up here they definitely.
Yeah, I mean the one by the skylight's wobbling more than these are, and it's not making sound effects. That's both of them again, isn't it?
No, that's still just that.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to Metal Pete, how much do you like the lift?
I think Pete likes it more than I do, but I gotta say, I mean, this whole operation would have been so much more. It's a nice lift. The only thing I wish it had was like a tray to put stuff in.
Oh, that would be an easy thing to add.
But otherwise, it's been a little bit of a learning curve.
Well, you know, I figured out the lift. It's like roller skates, but bigger. Can't play my roller skating music, though. Yeah, I like that you turned it to the second off, just so you don't forget to turn it back to high. That one I would be very careful about balancing because of that one blade. Yeah. Very mindful, very demure.
That's cranked down on this one. You know, I guess an alternative is if we just can't shake this eventually, could we not just do the grommet trick like you did?
Yep, absolutely.
Say forget the screws altogether.
Absolutely. We would have to take the fans down to do that, but that would be the only downside. Well, that seems pretty improved.
I mean, yeah, they're both quiet now, but again, this is.
Who knows if that will.
It's gonna last.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's try. I'm going to try one more cycling through the speeds. Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed and knock on wood, we might be okay. Yeah, we've famous last words. Yeah. But those we could access with a ladder, so even when the lift goes back, even when the lift goes back home.
Yeah, we can get those. Oh, yeah.
Would you like to do the camera work, or would you like me to continue doing it?
Yeah, I actually got a good. If I sit on the ground, we can get all three of them together pretty nice. You're out of frame. Oh, there you go. You can really see it then.
I will say that as much as I definitely appreciate being able to do this, and this was a real treat to be able to create this install, it seems like our host, my friend who rents the space, is appreciative of the fans and seems to appreciate that they're there, and other than perhaps the squeaky ones.
What? Oh, it says hello. Right, at least right now on camera, it looks mercury vapor because of we're at that stage where they're greenish.
Right. Yeah, something's squeak creaking again.
Yeah, at this point, I'm all for the grommets on those ones.
I bought them. They're around here somewhere.
Not tonight, but.
No. Because I get those you can easily access with a ladder.
Yeah,
So
I'll come back to that, but that might. I think because those are the only two that are doing it consistently like that. The rest have been pretty darn nice, actually.
Although I will say the one in my garage, 3-blade in my garage, is mounted with the grommet, and it makes a similar creaking sound on medium. So the
Didn't the canopy fall down on that one though?
It's still up.
The upper canopy's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it fell down.
It's never been like flush against the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Is that full brightness? It's hard to tell with these.
They look almost yellow on camera right now.
I can't look straight at them. I would have no more eyes.
If I squint, I kind of can, but they're we're about at full brightness right now, I think. And if you notice, it looks kind of pretty white. Yeah, so this will be full brightness.
Candle power. What's the unit of candle power? Candles? Foot candles?
Candle power is the unit, I believe, isn't it?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Yeah, that is full. I'd say we're at full intensity here. It's not gonna really be able to pick it up too well, but you get the idea. And here is everything here. You can kind of see it's pretty bright. Yeah, it's funny how much you can really see over there with the HIDs on. It's a very different look. Let's put all the fans on high too.
I will never say this again on camera, so savor this moment. You were right. It is simply candle power.
Well, I give Jonas credit for that. He was the one telling me.
Okay, if you would have told me that Jonas told you, I would have. Yeah. So this is all of the candle power and all of the lumens that this room is capable of at one time.
And all the.
Somebody sets Rick loose in here, in which case.
Well, and all the air circulation too. I just bumped them all to high too.
They're all back on high.
Yeah, that's.
This is every.
This is full blast.
Every kilowatt.
Yes.
Every amper.
Electrometer's spinning right now. And it is quite breezy.
Okay. I think we've shown everything we want to show then. Is there equipment other than, waiting for a return with metal and other things such as that? Anything else you want to show?
I think we did a pretty thorough walkthrough here.
I'm going to kill.
By the way, here's the switch for the HIDs too. I'll go ahead and.
I will tell you off camera how that's wired.
So that is off. And back to that. So then here's. So.
I guess I'll do a.
I mean, we don't need to do a whole spin down again. I mean, we already did that. Well, why don't I put the fans back how we're gonna leave them?
Turn them to low. That's probably how they'll be overnight, I'm guessing.
So there we go.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a pretty solid.
The only thing that is missing, if forever you wanted to turn off an individual fan, or perhaps turn it to low.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was a product that made them easier to reach. What could possibly be the solution? I
heard Youth Center has a solution that they might have started a trend.
And that solution is
fan stick, which you should buy.
Bye, fan stick.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, fans.